This is Brad. Brad, say hi. Hi. That's Brad. He's from Port Shepstone. So, so we are sorting out his speakers because for some reason his door speakers aren't working. We installed the system before, but now his door speakers aren't working. We're going to be hooking him up to the radio instead of the amp, and then running amp. So this is the sub wire, this one, and we'll be connecting this side, this one, bridging these two channels and these two channels going to either side of the subwoofer because it's a dual voice coil, and we'll be taking out these wires and plugging them into the radio to run the door speakers. These speakers over here are already run off the radio. We are dealing with a Ford Bantum Bucky 2009. Last time Brad did like no work on his car because Brad didn't know what her car is. So this time Brad's doing most of the work on his car. That's Brad doing work on his car. He now knows what a car is and he knows how to follow wires. It's pretty impressive. I'm going from nothing at all. So we need to follow a wire along this cable. Well, we are putting a wire that follows this cable, and we are then putting these little crossovers underneath in there from either side, running the wires up like this one here that's already up here, and then we will then be running these cables over here basically to that little spot down there, and then that'll be going to not this side specifically, but well, yeah, this side. We'll be running one side to here with the 5-inch and this tweeter. It's a really cool tweeter, and hopefully they'll be able to work this time. There's the power wire, and yeah, there is one side wire running next to it, but like there's one side running each side, so I can't really like help it. Doesn't really matter. Not really worried about interference because when we used it before we didn't get any, so it's alright. So yeah, no worries. And then this wire, as I said before, this wire runs up to that hole over there, and there was that speaker in there, that coaxial speaker. Brad finally got the steering wheel thingy off. That's our remote wire. Yeah, we took it straight off the ignition because the people that previously installed Brad's radio, that radio there, they decided to keep this wire hidden, and we only found it today. And then they also decided to mix up left and right, so I'll get there, relax. Okay, so they decided to mix up left and right, and then when we installed the system, when we ran the coaxials at the back over there, we just took it straight off the previous system's wiring, which kind of led it to be that now the back is front and now the front is going to be back. So it's a really like messed up vehicle because it's like left and right are backwards and front and back are backwards, but it's fine. If you just remember that everything's opposite, it'll work. And it's not like we're running different power because it's all the same speaker. We're not really worried. So this is Brad's amp. This is a Targa Viper series, 5000 watt, 4-channel. Obviously the 2 inputs, 4 channels, and it's, if I remember, pumps out about 200 watts RMS. I think that's correct, but we'll be running both channels bridged, so that's 200, 400 for each side of his sub. So 400 watts RMS for each side of a sub, and a sub is about a 1200 watt RMS sub. So it's close. I mean, it's not going to be brilliant because it's still a 4-channel amp, but yeah, another student build. Put the radio back in. Door speakers are working, tweeters are working, glued them in because people on Brad like to slam his doors. Then we decided over here to put 2 wires on this side, on bridging these 2 channels, going to either side of the subwoofer, to either voice coil on the subwoofer, because we can't bridge the front channels because there's no low pass filter on front, but there's only a low pass filter on rear. So we did that. Unfortunately, it's a bit, I'm kind of bleak about that because I really wanted the double power, but anyway, just putting the seat back in now. Subwoofer in. This thing just stops it from touching the seat or anything like that. That's hooked on there. That Velcro is just an extra piece of protection. There's a little hook in there. Yeah, the car is really dirty, but other than that, I think it's ready to go. Got those speakers there, back in, ready to hear this thing.